Hey, this video is about remembering that you have all the tools that you'll ever need available to you right now in this now moment. You already have everything that you'll ever need to achieve whatever you're wanting to achieve, especially in the spiritual sense. And what made me want to speak to this point was reading somebody's comment about what they're wanting to achieve, and they said that they wanted to be able to feel energy so that they could translate that into an emotion. And I read this and I thought, this implies that energy and emotions that we feel are two separate things. And I remembered that there was a time in my spiritual development when I was looking for something outside of myself. I thought I was missing something. I thought I needed to learn something. I thought I needed to get something. I thought that I thought that I was lacking. I thought that I didn't already have that which I needed, that other people were perhaps, that they somehow had something that I didn't. They got something, they understood something, they had capacity to do this whimsical thing with energy and translate that into an emotion, and so that I could feel all the stuff, and then I would go, now I can translate that into a feeling. But that all sounds fairly complicated and difficult to try and do this thing outside of yourself, read energy, so that you can just translate that into an emotion. And I thought, this is that misunderstanding, that you're lacking something. That if we came from the perspective, start with the emotion, start with what you can feel, start with a body read and say, what is the emotion? What am I feeling in this now moment? And use that to understand where the energy is. That would be the way round that I would do it, not look for the energy read, then try and alchemize that. That all sounds very complicated. I would use what the tools that I had available and access right now. And I have access to feeling. I can feel the ends of my fingertips. I can feel this if I touch myself. I can feel my body here if I press it. Right? So let's start with what I do have, the tools that I have available. Let's start with the consciousness that I have. My experience right now is all that I need. I have the understanding and all the information that I need to get me to where I want to go. Number one, I don't need any other skills from outside of myself. I have everything that I need. And with that acknowledgement, let's feel, where's the feeling? And I would then go, I've got a bit of a contraction in my stomach, and I can feel something here down my throat. And that would inform my energy read. So I would say, okay, so we've got power center, and then something that perhaps doesn't want to be voiced, something that they're afraid about saying, connected to their power. And that would then be the energy read of what's going on for that person. And whatever it is in your space will be a direct mirror of what's going on for you. There's no differentiating between if you're doing a read and then you go, yeah, but that just might be my read that I'm worried about saying something to my partner on Saturday, and that's the contraction and the throat thing. But if you're so I'm saying, if that was a read for somebody else and that you're going, but I'm just doing a read on myself, yes, the two are exactly the same thing. So whoever comes to you for a session, for a reading, there will be an absolute mirror. That whatever's going on for that person will be exactly mirrored within you. So you will find, reading yourself, you would therefore be mirroring and reading another anyway. This is, again, the very important step about doing your self-development, so that you know that you're moving through things. But whatever is up for you in that now moment, do not assume that something else is going on for the other person. Use your read of you to inform the collective. It's one and the same thing. It gets too confusing to try and say, okay, but now that's what's going on for me. Now I need to become a different person, put on my spiritual suit so that I can do a reading for that other person. There is no other. There is no separation. There is just a mirror of they are you and you are them. And that there will be the reason why they are in your space, that you are moving through something that mirrors exactly each other. So for that reason, you always do a self-read when it comes to reading energy for another. You feel into the feelings that are within you. You don't need to go outward, feel somebody else's energy and then translate it into a completely different emotion in your own system. That's all bamboozling, bonkers, and unnecessary. You have everything that you need right here, right now to do the work. So all you get to do is feel the feeling. The feeling is the energy. So you start with your feeling. You start with what's going on in your consciousness. And you're honest and you're realistic about that. And whatever comes is divinely just so and just right for that exact moment. Hopi chai.